Hey there, I'm Lee Ullman here with some big news from the National Young Farmers Coalition. We're partnering with Heritage Radio Network on a special season of The Farm Report. It's all about what's happening with the Farm Bill and how it impacts farmers and eaters.
I am growing diversified vegetables on land that's been in our family for 150 years.
And so with the pandemic, gentrification, property values going up, we had to sell the land and we lost it.
Join us as we uncover the untold stories behind this massive piece of legislation that shapes how we grow our food, what we eat, and so much more.
The problems we have had, those are things that come from earlier Farm Bill and USDA policy, right? Like Earl Butz, get big or get out.
You know, it's my responsibility to know not only what I'm eating, but then like how that all came to be. And realize like, wow, like this piece of legislation, all this money, like it's technically something that I support as a taxpayer.
While Congress debates the next Farm Bill, this is not just an invitation to listen. It's a call to action. Be part of the conversation. Subscribe to the Farm Report on Heritage Radio Network, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Coming soon from HRN, this is Cooking in Mexican from A to Z. I'm your host, Aarón Sánchez.
And I'm Sarela Martinez.
Throughout this podcast series, we're going to touch upon some of the most iconic ingredients of Mexico that really give it its character and life.
They're available here now and teach you how to use them, because you go to the green market and there's so many ingredients and people just sort of look at them or buy them for decoration.
From avocados to zucchini and everything in between, we'll share the stories, the techniques, the flavor principles, and the fun of cooking in Mexican.
I mean, I could talk about avocado leaves all the time. They usually use the hoja de aguacate in barbacoas.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And we will be joined by our friends and colleagues who will help us deeply explore a single ingredient in each episode.
I've known this kid since he was 15.
15, yeah.
I think you fired up Ann, Mom, about the debate of the chayote being related to the squash. She's going to go back to her office and research this diligently.
In the Yucatan, the oldest source of nixtamalization was found in a pot, and the alkaline substance that they were using was seashells.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were using
so
seashells.
Cool.
This is a total pleasure, honey, being able to do this podcast with you, because you give me the contemporary thing, and I have the historical background and the passion that we share and the pride that we have in our culture.
Absolutely. I think we are guided by the ingredients, and I think that is important. And if we understand the ingredients intimately, it gives us more perspective on how to use them and have an appreciation for our culture and our food. And that's what we're really going to touch upon throughout Cooking in Mexican from A to Z, throughout this podcast series.
Please subscribe to Cooking in Mexican from A to Z, wherever you get your podcast. Muchísimas gracias.
En mis entrañas.